Hello again. Welcome back. We are at the Minimax 1030T build with me, Scott. I got a few parts in the other day, like I said on the last episode. It's not can't last me forever, but I'm getting a lot done. Let me show you what's going on. All right, so I got the gas tank in finally. Goes right here, gets a part mounted to the frame, some stuff on top, a board going across. And here's the tank right here. I inserted the grommet and the bushing that came with it, filled it full of water and tested it. And it appears to be doing okay, no leaks. I've marked off on here where it goes, so I'm gonna mount them parts on there. You see that part there? That's where the motor goes. No motor yet. Still waiting on my Thump-Air motor. Supposed to have been here a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. From what I understand, it won't be here for another couple more weeks. So we'll sit here and wait for a little while. Also, I got this part over here. This is the tail wheel assembly. Goes on the back of the plane like that with the tail hanging down below. It showed up steel instead of aluminum. And as you can see, I've lightened it. Don't want to drill too many more holes in it. It's probably very close to the weight of that aluminum bar now. I think it's still probably, I don't know, 8 ounces more maybe than that. So it's hard to keep an ultra light like that. I might have to cut the corner somewhere else. And here's the tail wheel assembly. It is pretty much as a drawing show. So I got it ground down and got them all painted and primered. As soon as we flip the plane over, do that. Here are some parts to make the hinges I've been waiting on for 6 months for the rudder and the elevator. But they're supposed to be aluminum. Here's another item that showed up steel instead of aluminum. I've got the holes drilled. I got to cut off the tops, round it off, and do some stuff. So I'm gonna try to get that done today. And I'm not really worried about the weight of the these, as they're not that thick. I think the weight difference is minimal and the strength is comparable. I think they'll be okay. Out of all the stuff that was switched from steel to aluminum, this is the only one I really consider okay. Here's all the pieces I made to hold the gas tank. These get bolted in there. We're going to do that in a minute. Got them varnished up. Little platform it sits on. Got it all varnished up, hole cut. So we will get started on that. It's windy here today, but warm. It's like 60 degrees. I think you might have seen this heater the other day. I haven't used it in 5 years. I broke it out the other night when it was 20 degrees out. Let's get started. My beautiful daughter Raven, I told you last episode, bought me a nice wireless mic for this YouTube, so when I'm walking away and stuff, that my voice would be consistent and all that. But I noticed in the last episode when I'm leaning across doing stuff and the mic rubs and all that, so we're not going to use it today. Got these marked up here, and we'll go ahead and drill these things in place. Hopefully they're in the right spot. I measured it by putting the gas tank in here and holding a board underneath while I scribed it. Use regular steel washers, you know, but I went and got some stainless steel washers for the inside. It's possible that gas might one day leak out his gas tank, you don't know. Anyway, stainless steel will be a little better for it. Just like these screws are stainless steel. These actually came with the kit. Now I'm not going to completely permanently mount this yet, like all stuff. When that motor comes, you need to know which way to route the gas line, the throttle cable, choke cable, maybe some different wiring for controls and sensors. So I'm going to get it in here, get it ready. These upper two pieces, they actually glue to the top piece of plywood that goes on here. That's what one looks like. Let me get this one here. I can hardly see it. Now this side is curved, you know, so this piece doesn't conform all the way to the side of the ply, which is fine. That's why these are bolted on instead of glued on. Also, by being bolted on, later on if I need to, I can remove this gas tank apparently. And it doesn't say anything, but there's a gap on each side that needs to fill. So the tank doesn't go sideways left and right. It's keeping it from moving forward, but nothing's keeping it from moving left and right. Hope y'all are having a great time. I've got to tell you, but you know, the past few days has been beautiful here, of course. The sunshine just follows us around here in southeastern Virginia. Today we are supposed to have a storm come through later with pretty high winds, 20, 30 mile an hour winds. And God gave them good winds, so it blowed all them leaves out of my yard. And that's what they're for. Let's get this piece here put in. Like that. That's pretty good. That's how that goes. And then these two pieces here on top, right about here. They said I had to get something, some kind of foam thing about put in here. We'll figure it out later. All right, now this here goes right here, up tight against here, up against tight against these pieces, and I'm going to go ahead And glue this in place. I'm gonna sand right here a little bit. I got varnish on it. Where are we gonna glue? I'm not going to glue it to these pieces, but that right there. Just glue there and there. Of course, there's glue on top where the top goes. I need to varnish all the rest of it later. I'm gonna go ahead and mix some glue in and get that going. I'm still probably gonna put a little, if I got enough clearance, I think I'll do a little piece of some kind of liner around it, so when I'm flying, I'm not hearing this or stuff like that. This gas tank doesn't have any baffles in it. Not gonna be making a lot of erratic moves, but we'll have some movement of gas in there. Let me make some glue. All right, got some of this $5 epoxy mixed up here. Mixed up too much. I don't think anything else to do. And put this piece in and let it dry down. Later on, I'll move this gas tank out of the way so I can get other stuff done. I'm happy to have it in here. I've been waiting a long time for it. 6 months. This is the starboard side. And this is the one I need to trim. Let me see here. Okay, same distance. Y'all ever seen what this is called scribing? Just holding something equal distance away. Like this one. This one looks pretty good. So just gotta trim this one. Yeah. Right on the Put these over here out of the way for a while. Let that dry. Don't worry about whatever I need to put inside later. Put this out of the way, let it drain. Move this for right now. And it looks like that's going to work. There's no reason why I can't go ahead and tighten that up. I'll get a little Loctite put on there too. Loctite and lug nuts. Could be a little overkill, but that's the way it is. My wife finally got a chance to look at some of the videos. I told her, I said, you know, you can come out in the garage and just watch me work if you want. She goes, no, I'd rather sit in my easy chair with a cup of tea. It's a lot easier. Anyway, she said she was tired of seeing my back. I'm sorry, I'm sure y'all complain too, so I'm trying to do a little better job of videoing. Most of y'all that have started from the beginning would probably agree that the editing is getting better. Yeah, 100 more episodes, I might know what I'm doing. Okay, here's where the hinges are. You can see them right here. Once I get done cutting this out, it'll be like two C's that stick in together each other, and do this, you know. One's a little bigger than the other. They're not exactly fit into each other, so I'm going to finagle around a little bit. Bought myself a nice little grease pencil set the other day. It makes it easier when you're messing with this steel. These, I got lines that are scribed on here, you know what a carbide tip, oh, hard to see. See that much better? Hope I can follow it. That doesn't mean it's going to cut any better. You know what I mean? This blade is dull. Probably ought to leave it on there so don't get carried away. Let's see what happens. I cannot see the line. Probably the grinder would be best to cut the tops off versus the bandsaw. I don't have anything bandsaw's too big. A little bandsaw might work, but this one ain't. these corners off still. Round the corners off, and this will be the inside part of the hinge. You cut one of these outside. Alright, so this is the outside. This will be the inside. Don't quite fit. That's the idea. Alright, well, I'm going to shape these up and think about it. And that'll conclude this episode. I don't think you want to just sit here and watch me grind. Because I don't even want to sit here and watch me grind. It's probably one of my least favorite things to do. Even though grinding is great, I've done so much of it. I used to be a ship fitter and all that stuff. And in fact, I can't hear now because of all the grinding I've done. And just like on this, I got this shape by grinding. I took the quarter band, which wasn't easy. I sliced off what I could, you know what I mean? And then I came in here on the bench grinder and hit it, and then I took the hand grinder to it, drilled a bunch of holes, and I drilled a bunch of holes halfway through, just to get some weight off. Kind of looks like a fancy high heel shoe, don't it? Maybe I ought to go into the high heel shoe business. Hope you have a blessed day. New Year's gonna be here soon, any second now. And that's 2025 I'm talking about. But like everything else, the older you get, time flies. We'll be talking about 2026 soon. If God willing, He lets us and we're here. If the world is here. If you watch other stuff on YouTube about war and news and all that, you'll see that we're only 20 minutes away from this world ceasing to exist with nuclear weapons. Is the way they're going crazy with them right now. So when you go to bed tonight, pray that God put some sense into some of these people, and that they actually start thinking about peace for once and understanding what it means. And peace means to agree with each other. Not on everything, but at least to agree to be peaceful. Thanks for taking the time to tune in. And we'll return with another exciting episode later on. Take care.